get in there and get rocking on this. They're probably going to headbutt the heck out of me, and I might get a bunch of new stings. Hey guys, Jake from GD Honey Acres here. Mrs. Jake and I got into the hive Amidala last night to see if the queen was accepted or not. See if she was still there, basically. That's what I'm saying. And it did not look like it. We were live on TikTok for that, and we did not find her whatsoever. What we did find was about 4 capped queen cells and a bunch of empty supersedure cells or what have you. So what's going to happen today is we're going to get into that hive. I'm going to destroy all queen cells, and then we're going to get into rows and pull out a frame of eggs for her, or from her, for the Amidala hive. I do not want to keep going with Aduna's genetics. She has some very aggressive offspring, so I don't want to carry that over. I want nice bees. I want bees that aren't going to try to sting the heck out of you, because when I was in there taking the tape off of Amidala's cage, I ended up counting a minimum of about 14 stings going up and down my leg and all over my other suit. That's why I'm wearing a different suit today. I need to wash that one to get rid of that attack pheromone. So we're going to get in there and destroy a bunch of queen cells. I know that's weird for a beekeeper to say. Then we're going to get a frame of eggs from rows, and we're going to put that into the Amidala hive. And hopefully they'll get genetics from rows, and we'll have an awesome, very calm, very nice colony within 3 to 4 weeks. What that means also is we might end up having to pull frames of brood over the next couple weeks and putting them in that hive to make sure they have enough workers to keep rocking, because they're going to be in the middle of a brood break right now. Especially with having no queen, they're not laying eggs, and even when we put that frame of eggs in there, they're going to go through a period of a couple of weeks where they're not going to have anything. So either we let them stay that route, or we take some frames of capped worker brood and put in there for them. We'll decide that as we go, and we'll keep you guys informed on that. So today, what we're going to be covering is how to choose your queen genetics for a colony. We're going to do that by choosing a colony that we know is nice and calm, is an awesome colony. She was the biggest producer of honey we had last year. She blew up. She was real slow growing to start with, but then she just blew up. So let's get out there and get in the colony. Got smoker rocking. We had to use the heck out of that yesterday because they were aggressive. They were real mean. All right, let's go get in the hive. All right, so here we are. This is the Amidala hive. I already smoked it. So hopefully their thoughts are elsewhere right now. So yesterday there was no queen cells in this top super, or the top brood chamber, because we're using the super as a brood chamber for them. So let's just go ahead and pop this off and get rid of it. So our queen cells were in the bottom here. Let's get in there and get rocking on this. They're probably going to headbutt the heck out of me, and I might get a bunch of new stings. Let's go ahead and check it. I don't think this one had any queen cells on it, or supersedure cells, because they don't have a queen. Yeah, this one's just all food. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pulling these out. Yeah, they're already getting aggressive at me. The trick with it is you just got to be kind of chill and calm with them. Looking here, this looks like just another frame of food. And empty cells. I'm probably going to end up using a lot of smoke on this hive, just to try to keep them kind of chill with me. Okay, now we're getting into the brood. So I'm looking for queen cells, and one thing you can do when you're looking too is just kind of lightly blow and they'll move out of the way. So if you need to see something better, just give it a light blow on them. They will move out of that region you're blowing on. But be warned, they'll also come out your face if you do that. See, there's a queen cell right at the top there. So we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of it outside of the hive, because if she comes out, we don't want her going in. And be warned, this might make them a little agitated at you. So there's that queen cell. Just gonna get it out of my way. So one so far. I'm just seeing drone and everything else, so that's fine. So that's basically what we're gonna do, is we're gonna go through all these frames, pull the queen cells off, get rid of them, and then I'm gonna put a frame from Rose in here. So in an effort to show you guys more what's going on in a frame, this is worker brood, how they're nice and small. That's worker brood. That is a queen cell. That is a queen cell. That is a cell, that is a cell, that is a cell. So these nice big ones that hang down, those are all your queen cells. Right now, these are all emergency queen cells. They are not planned by the colony. And there's one there. A lot of times, if you got a swarm cells, they'll be hanging off the bottom of the frames here, and your supersedures will be up here if the queen is still present. But right now, these are just all emergencies. So they found single eggs or larvae, and they made a bunch of cells on their own. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what I do to kind of like basically just clear your frame to make it a lot easier to inspect for when you're looking for queen cells. So this is probably just a resource frame. Resources, that's all that's probably on here. There's all these bees, right? It's pretty easy just to shake them off, and there you go. Now what I normally do then is I'll walk away to allow all the bees to calm down. Yeah, this is all just resources. There's nothing else on this. We'll look at the other frame really fast, and then I'll show you guys on one that I know is brood that I probably missed some just because I didn't do that technique. All right, so here we go on a frame that I know had brood on it that I pulled some cells off, but there's probably still some more on it. So I'm gonna show you that technique again. And then what I'm gonna do after I shake it off is I'm gonna walk away, because we're gonna have some very aggravated bees. They're already aggravated. They're all punching me in the hand right now, which is fine. That's what they do. So full frame like this, right? Let's shake it and see if I missed any cells. Nope, looks good on that side. And looks good over here. And since there's no eggs on any of these, I'm just putting them right back in. Those other three frames I have out, I'll do the same thing. And then we're gonna look for a frame of eggs in rows. All right, so here we are in rows, and we're looking for a frame of eggs without the queen on it. Let's check this frame out. Larva, eggs, okay, so this one's got a lot of eggs, a lot of larvae. This might be a good candidate. Lots of eggs in this one. I think this might be the frame we use. I'm just gonna make sure now that our queen is not on here. So I'm hoping you guys could see down into those cells. But there's little white dots, and those are eggs standing straight up. And then there's larvae. So we're going to use this one as our frame that we're going to try to get queens from for the Amidala hive. All right, so we have our frame. It's this one right here. I'm going to put some marks on it. Oh, that's a lot came out there. That was unintentional. I did not expect for that to happen. So our frame is marked. I know where we should be getting our eggs from. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this hive closed up and then go get rows closed. And now, even though there was nothing in the super last night, no queen cells or whatever, I'm gonna go through this again really quick just to make sure. And then we're going to close it up, and that'll be it for quite a few days until we can figure out if we got a queen or not. All right, so the Amidala hive now has a frame of mostly eggs, really young larvae. There's a little bit of calf worker brood, but not much, from Rose, our nicest queen. I got that frame marked and in the bottom, and here in a few days, we should really be able to tell if we got some queen cells on that. That's what we'll be looking for. We'll be checking to make sure we got queen cells going on that, and what we'll eventually do is choose our 2 largest queen cells, or 3 largest. I'll decide on that. I might get a hold of John from the Hive Jive. I don't know why I have trouble saying that sometimes. And we'll see what he thinks. If it's 2 or 3, I know he'll tell me. I probably got something back in my messages a long time ago about that, but we'll see. All right, so that is done. Very aggressive colony compared to everyone else. This is my most aggressive, and I counted, I think, 27 queen cells I pulled out. The problem with those queen cells, one, it's genetics. I don't want to keep going. They're aggressive. I don't want that. I want nice bees, because eventually we want to be selling nucleus colonies and getting people into beekeeping, and I want them to have nice, good bees that they can start with so they don't get scared of beekeeping. The other thing is, all those cells were small, like less than half an inch or so. That's not going to be a really good queen, and more than likely she'll, I don't know, she won't last as long, might not get mated as well. The larger your queen cell, the better chance you have of getting a great queen. All right, guys, well, that's it for now. If you have questions, comments, anything, please put it down in the below. I'm gonna have a description. In the description, I'll have all of our stuff that we like to use for beekeeping, all the way from the camera to our hive tool, and so that way, if you're interested in this, you want to get into this, you kind of have an idea of what equipment is usable. You don't necessarily need a full suit. If you're wearing some Carpenter Wrangler jeans here, you don't need the full suit, unless you're like in Texas or something where they got some mean ass bees, where they got more of that scutellata genetics. The scutellata, Apis mellifera scutellata, is the Africanized bee, but we're all trying to get away from saying Africanized, because that could just be taken wrong on so many levels. The correct thing is scutellata, so go with that route, the Apis mellifera scutellata. But yeah, guys, so hopefully this will be good for the Amidala hive, and we'll have a queen Amidala in a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you got questions, comments, anything, please put them down below. I want to help you out, and if I don't know the answer, well, I'm going to learn from it too. I'll pray for your family, you pray for mine. I hope you're doing well wherever you are, whenever you are. We'll catch y'all later. Bye.